One of the most helpful tips I can offer for decluttering any room in your home is to first identify the purpose you want the space to fulfill. Our homes serve a purpose, and so do the spaces inside that home. For example, your bedroom, the purpose of your bedroom is rest and intimacy. So then, once you've identified the purpose, you can ask yourself the question, what items in this room help this space serve that purpose? And what items detract from it? Does the television on your dresser promote or detract from rest and intimacy? If the answer is detract, then it's time to let it go. Now, this principle can be applied to virtually every room in our home. What purpose do I want this space to serve? And then, what is promoting it and what is distracting from that goal? This is one of the most helpful principles I talk about in my book, The Minimalist Home. When you're clear on what a room is meant to accomplish, it becomes much easier to decide what should stay and what should go. Let's just choose one room again, the bedroom as an example, because it's one of the easiest places to see this principle at play. If you want your bedroom to promote rest and intimacy, and let's face it, who doesn't? Here are 10 things you might consider removing. Number 1, a television. TVs in the bedroom, based on every study ever done, actively disrupt sleep and creates distractions. So make your bedroom a screen-free zone. It was one of the best decisions we ever made in our marriage. Well, that and Kim deciding to marry me. Number 2, exercise equipment. While exercise is important, and sometimes there's no other place to put it, but generally speaking, having workout gear in your bedroom can make it feel like the exact opposite of a restful space. Number 3, work papers and office supplies. Your bedroom isn't an office. If you've got anywhere else in the home to put them, keep work materials out to maintain clear boundaries between productivity and rest. Number 4, what about hobby and craft supplies? Your bedroom is not a storage room for unfinished projects, whether it's sewing supplies, scrapbooking materials, maybe even musical instruments. Hobbies should have a designated space, hopefully outside the bedroom. Number 5, piles of laundry. I know it can be a big joke that we keep dirty clothes on the floor in our bedroom, but unfolded laundry or dirty clothes thrown on a chair can make your room and your home feel chaotic. So put them where they go. Number 6, unneeded furniture. A cluttered bedroom often has too much furniture. If a chair or a bench or a bookshelf or even a nightstand that you don't need is taking up space without adding to the room's purpose, consider removing it and immediately create a more open, peaceful environment. Number 7, take a look at your decor and remove decor that doesn't promote rest. Busy artwork or knickknacks can again make your bedroom feel cluttered. So instead, work hard to choose items that bring about peace instead. Number 8, extra electronics. Old phones, unused chargers create unnecessary clutter and distractions. Sometimes they end up under the bed or in drawers. Get rid of them entirely, or at least get them out of the room that you're trying to sleep in. Number 9, how about stacks of books? Reading before bed is good. It can be relaxing. I recommend it. But stacks of unread books can create a sense of unfinished tasks. You'll be better off keeping only 1 or 2 books that you're currently reading by your bedside and store the rest elsewhere until you're ready to read them. And number 10, dirty dishes, dirty utensils, plates, wrappers. Dirty dishes and utensils never belong in the bedroom. Yuck. Take some time to return them to the kitchen where they belong. By removing unnecessary items, you can create a bedroom that serves its purpose, rest, relaxation, and being together with your spouse. So take a look around your bedroom today. What can you remove to make it more intentional? Start small and enjoy the difference a clutter-free space can make.